Hi, I'm Town Manager Patrick Banjer. This week's Manager's Update, I'm here with Assistant Chief of Police, Randy Bryce, to talk about back to school. Randy, in a few weeks, all our schools are going to be back in session. It means we'll have a lot of student drivers on our streets. Can you start with some parenting tips for people who have young drivers?
Sure. So one of the biggest impacts that we can have is that parents that are involved with their children's lives, especially getting them prepped to go to the school. So first and foremost, whether or not you're going to have your kid walk, ride a bike, or drive, make sure that you're paying attention to how they're leaving the house, what they're wearing, bright clothes, helmets if they're riding their bicycles, teen drivers. Statistically, between the age of 16 and 19, the most common reason for a death is a traffic collision or accident. So we want to make sure that parents are paying attention to all those factors. If you're going to be driving your kid to school, carpool if you can. One of our biggest complaints in town is all of the vehicles and parking issues and congestion that are related to the schools. The congestion is a short time, so be patient, but it's a good 20 to 30 minutes, both the morning and evening pickup. So make sure that you're paying attention as you travel to there and you're on site. When you do get on site, make sure you're following whatever the school is set up as far as a flow pattern. Please don't double park, don't stop in the roadway, don't unload your children across the street from the school so they have to cross into traffic. Make sure you're following whatever guidelines that the school provides. And again, to and from, make sure that you're paying attention, don't be distracted. One of the number one reasons we get car accidents in the town of Gilbert is from distracted drivers. So no texting when driving, no yelling at your kids while you're on the way to school. Yes, please pay attention and keep the roads safe.
All right, and Randy, for the general public, we're going to have a lot of student drivers on the road joining them. Can you talk about some tips for them as well?
Sure. So again, anytime you're traveling to and from your home, work, whatever, please pay attention to the driving conditions. A couple of things to be aware of. Again, as we mentioned before, students are going to be walking, riding bikes, or driving to school. So we want to make sure that as you're approaching any school, whether it's on a major thoroughfare or a regular or some of the cross streets, just make sure that you're paying attention to signage, flashing lights, kids on bicycles. Remember, when you're passing kids, you want to make sure you're giving them a good 3 feet. They're unpredictable sometimes, so pay attention and be as patient as possible. One of the common problems we have with people interacting with children, whether they're walking or riding a bicycle, is the behavior at the intersection. So make sure if you're going to make a right turn past where kids are crossing crossing the road to their school, is that you cannot enter into the crosswalk until everybody is clear, at least all the way across the lanes of traffic that you're in, which means they're on the opposite side of the roadway. School buses, make sure that we're paying attention to their movement, give them lots of room. Those flashing lights, especially the yellows, doesn't mean speed up. Make sure you're slowing down and preparing for them to stop. When the lights come on red, it is a pretty hefty fine to pass them or to make any inappropriate movement around them. So if you see a bus, make sure that you're stopping regardless of what direction you're traveling, unless the roadway has a raised median or is divided by a barrier. It is a $250 fine first time, so please don't pass a school bus. Nationally, one of the statistics for deaths involving school buses is between the ages of 4 and 7, because they're so small, hard to see, they're unpredictable, so make sure you're paying attention to the children as they pass by. And as far as, again, we talk about bicycle safety a little bit, but drivers, make sure that you're looking for these children and paying attention to their movements. Again, unpredictable that the way they travel. For the kids going to and from school, please stay off your cell phones. Look up, don't be buried in your cell phone as you're walking to and from school or riding your bicycle.
All right, Randy, thank you. If you'd like to review these tips yourself or with your student driver, you can visit the website at the bottom of the screen. And as always, thank you for watching.